Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Vampyr. I am Artsi Gamer here to bring you some smiles, and let's get the show on the road. So we have to do, there's two things we can do. Continue the story, which is a rat in the hospital, or wrong target, find out who's spying on Thelma. I think I'll just find out who's spying on Thelma, since, you know, it's a side quest. Oops, the wrong way. Oh, is there something here I can look at?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening,
Finding
Dr.
some
Reed.
stuff out.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Oh shit, woman. Get a grip.
You must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Gee, she's scaring me.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Wow. I don't want to say
I
this.
don't like
I'm sorry.
your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
That's true. You gotta have a little bit of hope.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Jesus
How is the Pembroke
Christ.
staff coping with the epidemic?
Not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to. Oh, okay. So I can skip it if I hit square.
Why
Oh,
is
unless it's
Milton
you.
grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
I feel like
Milton's
somebody
not the
passed
kind
away.
of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Hint available. Okay, that hint needs to be seen. Okay. Personal questions. Let's go. Okay, never mind. Bye.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good
No,
evening,
I did
Nurse
it.
Hawkins.
No.
Goodbye.
Okay. Find more people. There's Thelma again. Ooh, unknown. Who are you? Oh, wait. If you're dying, I can't really talk to you. No. Okay, it's inside. Run, my matey, run! Oh, okay. Thelma. Who's this?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
Oh, never mind.
How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I didn't ask her any question.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Any aspo? Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Oh no! Ah!
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars.
Oof.
If you get my drift.
Oh no.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since
I just
the
realized
old
his skin is
retired
going
doctor
through the
spoke to me.
his clothes.
Started to think I was forgotten about.
Oh,
Wouldn't
his
blame
face
you.
is
You
really
don't
not
seem
that bad.
worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry.
Hun,
I've
your
learned
face is
it's
not that
easier
bad.
not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
That's so bad for him.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
He's fine.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. An arm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
And it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Sure. Whatever floats your boat, hun. It's not as fun as you think.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
I would have... Honestly, if I saw this guy, yeah, I would look at him once or twice, but I'd be like, are you okay? Or I'd try not to bring it up, because I'm sure he doesn't want to be...
Good evening,
asked.
Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion make me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Oh, this is the guy we saved. Wait. Details. Who you be? The dogs. Yeah, this is the guy who we saved, no? Yeah. I don't know why the hell this guy's pissed. Oh. I'm supposed to get this guy. Oh. In a bit.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Horcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Huh. This is a really nice guy. Like, could I
Do you
have
know
killed this
Tom
dude?
Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Corruption.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
True. Sorry.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Feel bad.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
It's locked, all right.
Flaggy!
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Shit! Fuck off.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Honestly, there's no
There is
need
no
for this.
need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your
don't be a
tenure in this
dick.
hospital is longer than mine, Perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Okay.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
I want to say, well, he's not. I want to say knowledge is our main weapon, but this guy does not go with knowledge. He's more of heart than he is of brain. I see Reed as somebody with more using his brain more so than his heart, because he wants to find research. He wants to do it for the better good. But this guy is all about saving people and not experimenting on them or using their brain, the brain portion. He uses his heart more. So I see that now.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion
That's not what I meant to
saved
say.
many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I
That's
hate
not what I
about
meant to
people
say.
like
I'm
you.
sorry.
You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Can I redo that one?
I don't know what
I don't.
and what.
I said.
Be careful.
I only.
This is
You
ridiculous.
see? That is.
I can't change it. Damn
It
it.
seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War
I didn't think
only
he was gonna
reveals the
say
worst
that.
in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
That's not. Oh. Okay, we're good.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
I bet you he's like, I hope not. Codine.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
Oh, I love you. Oh, I think I already asked these questions before.
For how long have you been working here, Nurse Crane?
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911, a few months after Dr. Swansea was appointed.
And before you arrived here?
If you must know, this was my first job.
Well, Dr. Swansea certainly has confidence in your abilities. Are you in charge of the nursing staff?
Not in an official capacity, but the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so to speak.
Oh.
What about medical protocols?
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money and resources here at the Pembroke like they do in the West End. We do what we can.
Sorry.
How is the duty roster organized?
Everybody works until they can't. If there's time, they'll eat a meal and shed a silent tear.
Wow. She's badass.
For how long have
No,
you been
I didn't
working?
mean to. Sorry, I didn't mean to press that. General question. Did that have a question mark? That had a question mark. Why does this have a question mark? It's like general questions with a question mark. What the hell? Okay.
What can you tell me about our patients here at Pembroke?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But since the war and the quarantine, we've had all manner of folk.
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly, dock workers. We even have a few mental patients. If there's space, we take them.
What can you tell me about the epidemic, Nurse Crane? I've been out of touch since I've come back to England.
Everyday folk don't know how bad it is. The papers certainly won't tell them. Not as long as the war is raging on, anyway.
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control, at least in Britain.
It seemed to be for a while, but that was only last summer. It returned with a vengeance just over a month ago.
I'll see you later, Nurse Crane.
She's cool. I love Nurse Crane. She's amazing. Can I talk to you? Yes. Okay, I'll be right back.
You always need the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me...
Oh no, is he depressed?
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Not yet.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Oh no, he's talking about his family. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm sorry. I'll look up stuff for your operation. I'm sorry.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Huh. This is nice to actually talk to someone who's not pissed off. Jeez.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work.
Okay, other
concerning
than
blood
great
transfusion,
admirer,
Dr. Reed.
sir.
I run my own experiments.
Oh.
I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Okay, so he's the...
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Nope.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Okay, here we go.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Yeah.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
True. Okay, never mind. I kind of respect this guy a little bit more than the other guy. Okay, let's just
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
More people to talk to. Crane, Waverly. Who's that person? Who's this?
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Wrong person. Fine, I'll talk to him later.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
He's gonna be a dick about it. Who's the unknown person? Who is this unknown person? I must know. Oh, Clay Cox, you were the one.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. As long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton, I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, oh, I like that.
Oh, you're depressing.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
Good one.
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Damn, what a dick. I wish I did kill you.
Do you ever
Fucking
think
shit.
about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
Man, I wish I killed you.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
Man, I wish I'd killed you.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I can say for most folks.
And who are you then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys.
He says it so
I'll leave
proudly.
this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Jeez, now I wish I killed him. Oh, cute.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
I like you.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
I like you, ma'am. You're
I'm
amazing.
not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
I like you.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Should I just say speak up? I still want to
Nurse
know.
Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Fucking shit. Woman, please. I will marry you. She's freaking amazing.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Damn!
Goodbye,
Shut
nurse. Call
down!
me if you need assistance.
Ooh! Shut down. Well, I'm still talking to people because I don't know who could have vital information about Thelma. Like, ooh. Thelma? Oh, here we go. I can't talk to you. Okay, well. You.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Oh yeah, he was amazing. I like this guy. He was another one I really liked.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving
Why do you
your
sound so
strength.
angry?
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Yeah, being irresponsible. Oh.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
You're exhausted.
You're exhausting him.
No.
LT? What's LT? LT is this one. Press for details. Mesmerize. LB is the other. Oh, is to actually mesmerize him. Should I say this? I'll just say your attitude is responsible because I said we were going to be confidential, so. You're awesome, dude, but it is a bit irresponsible.
Your attitude is irresponsible, Doctor. Believe me, I've seen so many medical errors caused by exhaustion during the war.
You're right. This is a war, Dr. Reed, and I don't intend to surrender.
Shit! Okay, sir. I will back off. You're amazing.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
You are amazing, sir. And it fucking kills me. You're freaking amazing. Who is this? Oh. Still somebody inside. Okay, who are you? Oh, you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Damn.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Damn.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
True.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Okay. You're excused. I understand. Shit, it's actually really scary. Okay.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Do you have a sniper rifle? You don't got a sniper rifle! You hurt my soul. Wait, 350 money. Oh. I don't have anything, so I'm just gonna leave. Thank you. Oh, wait, what's that? Okay. So, city, something, you. Life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the... Okay. Of the flu epidemic, volunteers make a difference. Okay. I'm just like, let me just loot everything as I go along. Who are you? Did I already talk to you? I already talked to you. Who are you? I already talked to you. Okay, this is easier. Miss Elwood. That's locked. How do I get to you? While Crane is sitting down finally. She never sits. She's always busy. Hmm.
It's locked.
What is this? Huh?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Wait.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
Didn't you already ask this?
I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then. Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
Wait,
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Well, that's what I was supposed to do the first time. I'm an idiot. Okay, how are you doing,
How
hon?
painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk
Oh,
at all.
you still the same?
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
Good, boy.
I
Go
have
rest.
to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Don't waste your time with
Oh, I'ma slap you.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Okay.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Okay. This is a crude
Really
question.
that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Wow!
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
That is pathetic.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I have a shit ton of mini quests going on right now. Good door thing. Ah!
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What? I'm not supposed to. Ah! Oh, that's it. Never mind.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Too bad. I'm asking a question. Wait, if I can find it. Here we go.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Now, why do you wish to lead this?
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
True. I don't. Disproves modern medicine methods. You'll assume consequences, or it's a conservative point of view.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Are you sure about that, sir? Okay.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
I need to figure out... What is this? In the name of mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now. Inquire at the nearest appointments office of the Ministry of Labor and Natural Service of Right to 15 Kingsway, London. Okay. Any other people I can talk to here? You upstairs? No. What does the eyeball mean?
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. It's locked, all right. I'm sorry you are... It's locked, all right.
I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
How do I get there?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Goodbye,
There you
Dr.
go.
Strickland.
Sorry. Let me talk to you. Okay. So am I just supposed to... I guess I'm still talking to, or listening to him, since I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I'm confused. What do I do? What do I do?
I cannot enter.
I just want to be a stalker. Just freaking figure out what the hell you're doing over there. Huh! Dead bodies, okay. Crumpled letter. Details. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked for some of our neighbors, and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I am sorry I refused to pay first, and I realize now that is the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With honest love, Nikolai. Who is this for? Why is he dead? That must be who was looking at her. Let's go back, let's go back. Milton, you dick! Did I go the right way? Oh, the right way, okay. Milton! Where are you? I shall find you with my all-seeing eyes. Wait, are you Milton? No, there's somebody else. I don't care about you. Okay, ignoring you for now. Where's Milton? Milton! Where is this guy? Milton! There you are.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Oh, doy. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna fucking be
Tell
here.
me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Wow. You are a little shit.
Goodbye, Milton.
Okay, was that the one spying on Thelma? Oh. Oh, they're talking! Okay, so let me talk to Thelma real quick. Oh. 2 Codine. Where the hell did Thelma go? Thelma! Thelma! Thelma. Hi.
Good evening, Mr. L.
Not you.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
But you're standing up. Hey.
Goodbye for now, Mr. L.
Okay, I don't wanna. You! Lady.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Jeez, okay.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr.
Why does he sound so pissed? Jeez.
Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Damn. She's actually really sweet. I guess that's it.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay, so what I'm looking for is outside. But I'm sorry guys, that's all the time I have for today. Oh wait, No, before I freaking end this video, let's go back up and actually save. Without, oh, there's a third floor! Okay, we'll check that after. For now, I got to save. I got to save. Did I get any XP? Oh, are you shitting me? Oh, I'm upset. Okay, but I'm gonna go look at the shiny real quick. Screw and lead stick. Ugh, I'm upset now. Let's just refill. Sit here. I wonder if I got any EXP from all that talking. Hey, I think I did. Defense? Bucket. Oh, no, let's see this. Hey! Okay. Let's confirm. Okay. Now I think it's saved. Oh. Major district events. Every night, the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade this district health status. It can also be degraded due to diseases spreading among citizens. The more lives you take, then the healthier district becomes. If a district's health status drops below critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. It is for you to decide of a district's fate. Oh, is he better now? Ah, he's healthy! Yay! Okay, I have to get more stuff for the other people. Wait, healthy. They're the only one who's fatigued. Okay, I will get a treatment for him in a bit. The music is so fucking creepy. Okay, guys, but that's all the time I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like what you saw. If I was able to make you smile today, please leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'm able to do all these things. I think I have a couple of freaking mini quests. Where do I look at the mini quests? Oh, yes, this, oh, okay, so I do have 3 quests. Okay, but yeah, anyway, so I have 3 mini quests ongoing right now, and then I have the 1 main quest, but I think I'm going to do all the mini ones real quick, and then, well, it wasn't that quick, but, do the mini ones, so at least I can get some EXP and get a little stronger, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep smiling, everyone. Bye!